Now then, crew, welcome back to the Andy Mechanic YouTube channel. Video with a little bit of a difference. Doesn't really follow the normal fixing of motorcycles, fixing of cars, that kind of stuff that this channel's well known for. However, it is related to having a workshop. Rats. Mice I can sort of cope with. Rats, not great. And it's the time of year where things are cooling down here in New Zealand, and the rats sort of make their way in and decide to live in the workshop, and that's something I will not stand for. It's just hideous, and this time round it's been worse than ever. Let me show you some evidence. Used.
You don't paint something without wiping.
Honestly. So, I came in one morning and I've been spraying in the workshop, and I spotted in the dust all these little rat prints. You see there, look, there's absolutely hundreds of them. Now, it's important to make a note of where the rats go their runs, because this would be a good place to put a trap. We're actually on top of that trolley. Also, when I came to pull some blue roll down, we could see on top of the blue roll, which is, I need to show this first. Okay. That's where I keep my blue roll, up there in the ceiling. Really good, out of the way, easy to reach. You know, I can get what I want, and it's there when I need it. And it's not in the way of the workbench. So, on top of the roll, Mr Ratty has decided to run around, and you can see quite clearly some of his little paw prints on there. So we know he's in here. And only this morning when I came into work to unlock the workshop before the live stream, I spotted two rats up here in this kind of bubble wrap insulator stuff that they've put on the workshop when they built it many years ago. And Mr Ratty popped down and jumped just onto that bit of wood where the sockets are, and then ran off behind that beam, that little gap there, look. So not ideal. So we go back over here. Inside these drawers is horrendous. Are you ready? Okay, so we've got evidence in here of rat having his lunch. These are bits of grapes, believe it or not, from a little grapevine thing that's in the neighbour's garden. Now you may think, well, that's not too bad, Andy. Okay, I'll go with that. We can sort of almost live with that. So then we work our way up. Oh yes, we've got rat poo. That's fresh, because I cleaned this drawer out not too long ago. And if we go across, over here, look, we've got some more pips and C's. They look pretty new as well, because they haven't discoloured yet. And of course, he's going to be having a pee in my drawer as well. But it gets worse. Come down here, and of course, look at that. It's just horrendous, isn't it? Oh man. And there, look at all this. That's worse than it was a couple of weeks ago. So he's obviously very happily living in the workshop and just really making a real mess of the drawers. So not happy with that at all. Let's have a look in the top drawer. He might even be in here, who knows? What's it like in there? Not too bad. Maybe he doesn't. Oh, there's a bit, look. Yes, Ratty's it. So he's in all four of those big drawers. You can't get in any of the other drawers because the gap at the back of the drawers. Oh, listen. He's up there somewhere already while we're filming. It's not good, is it? But now the back of these drawers, if I can get him one. There we are, look. Seems to be a bit higher. He doesn't seem to be too interested in going in these drawers. But on those drawers, that's where he seems to go. So we're going to target that. And I've got them all to clean out at some point. There's no way I'm having a workshop like that. Right, so you've seen the evidence. We definitely have a rat problem. And you can hear the evidence because he's in the roof. He's there. On cue, Mr Ratty. So what's to be done? We need to get rid of Mr Ratty and his family and relatives, whoever else is in this workshop, especially on an evening. You know, I'm disgusted by the whole thing. It's not nice. Mrs Mechanic doesn't like it either. So I went to my local store, a Mitre 10 store in Taupo, to peruse the aisles of, you know, eradication equipment for Mr Ratty and his family. And I thought this might be an interesting thing for viewers, and the fact that many of you guys also have garages, sheds, workshops, which you may also have the same problem. So I want to share my experience of capturing Mr Ratty and eradicating him from my workshop, because that information, the way that we do it, may be of benefit to you. And there's quite a range of gear on the market here in New Zealand which is designed to capture and put to rest the rat. So I chose 4 different traps. We've got Time's Up, the standard run-of-the-mill metal trap from Time's Up, made in England. A good thing. I like England. I'm from England as well, so I thought, well, let's get one of those because that looks pretty cool. I also picked up, next to that on the aisle, this one. This is a super cheap kind of plasticky version of the same thing. I don't know how well this is going to work. It's from a company called Number 8, renowned for cheap stuff and maybe not that high quality. We'll find out. I also spotted a standard wooden rat trap, basically a giant wooden mouse trap for ratties. And this one actually came in 2 in the kit. So we'll use both of them because, you know, more the merrier. And Mrs Mechanic spotted this one. This is weird, completely different idea on how to capture Mr Ratty. So we'll be looking at that and setting that up as well. So my plan is to get all these traps set up, put them around the workshop and have a competition. Let's see which one of these traps catches Mr Ratty first. Here we go. Now, one thing I was told when I was living on a farm by a guy called Rentakill, you all heard of Rentakill around the world, well, he said, well, before you handle any kind of mouse trap or rat trap or bait, you need to get rid of your scent as a human, because some rats are pretty smart, and if they smell a human smell, they may stay away from the trap because they know that, hey, that's not going to be fun. So I've got a couple of gloves, so we'll get those put on, and hopefully that's going to help to minimize any kind of transmission of my odor, and in mechanic odor, onto the trap, because I want to have the best possible chance of catching this little blighter. Well, I said little, it's actually quite big. Now, obviously we need to entice the rat onto said trap. And to do that, I picked up some of the No More Rats and Mice 1 feed blocks. They quite like this stuff, so we'll stick a bit of that on some of the traps. And then we also have the Ratty's, you know, signature dish, may you have it. The one item that they absolutely cannot resist. Peanut butter. Peanut butter is brilliant for catching rats, so I'm told. All the forums tell us this. So we've got some here. I've already had a quick taste. It's lovely. It really is. And I can, oh, that smells great. I can fully imagine why Mr Ratty can't resist eating that stuff. Okay, right. First trap, the metal Time's Up. Oakley dokley. So it says on the back, easy to set. Lift the fly over arm from the bait assembly and lay off the trap. Place bait firmly on the prongs. Suggest baits are peanut butter. You see, we've got that. Or chocolate spread. Well, I'm not a fan of chocolate spread, so we'll use peanut butter. Locate the trap where the rat activity has been seen. So you've got to look for the footprints, look for the marks. Place the trap with bait facing towards the wall. Interesting. Now simply pull back the striker wire to knock the fly over arm and return it to link with the baited assembly again. So basically you set the trap, release pressure on the strike wire slowly. The trap is now set. Okay. Right, okay. Maximize the catch for best results using time up mouse and rat attractant. Well, we've got peanut butter. We know that that's going to work. Okay, so here we go. Let's go into the box and see what we've got here. Right, we need some cutters for that cable tie. Is that going to fly off and hit me? I don't know. Find out. Doesn't look like it's on too much tension. God, it's like defusing a bomb, isn't it? Okay. Not that I've ever defused a bomb, but anyway. So let's get an idea of how this thing works. It comes over like that. Oh, hang on. I know how it works. Jeez! Nearly got my fingers. That comes off there like that. And then onto camera, Andy. Then we pull this back onto there. That goes through. And it's set. Mr. Ratty comes along. Oh, it needs to go that way. You ready? Jeez! Holy crap! That worked. Okay. Now we've got a good idea how this one works. Let's bait it. So, let's use some peanut butter on this one. Okay, got a bit of old metal for using as my applicator. That's probably about enough. I'll stick some on there. Oh yes, look at that. That's lovely, that is. Okay, now I need to set the trap now. So I've got to pull this back. Jeez, it's a hell of a spring, is that one? Okay, there we go. Right, it's set. Where are we going to put it? Okay, here we go. Rat trap number one. Very, very careful. It might go off on me. Now, we know Mr. Ratty has been very much around here, so I'm going to put that one just there, look. There he is. We need some more space. I reckon that'll work. Okay, rat trap number one is set in that area there of the workshop. Lovely. Oh, this is fun actually. I'm really enjoying this. Okay, so we've just done times up, the metal rat trap. What's next? Well, let's stick with the traditional stuff and do these wooden ones. Now, I have a sneaky suspicion we should put one right up in the beam, somewhere near where the blue roll is, because we know he goes up there as well. So, we'll stick one of those up there, and we'll stick one somewhere else. I'll have a little look around, because there's plenty of places these rats are going, so it'll be good to work it out. Now, did we get any instructions with these? Oh, wow. Yes. Okay, I'll read them out to you. Here we go. Okay, I haven't got too long to do this because I've got a fence to build, but anyway. It says here, instructions, place bait, peanut butter, works best, there we go, under the hook on the trigger. That will be that under there. So you put your peanut, okay, we're going to put a blob of peanut butter on there by the looks of it. Carefully pull back the strike bar and hold down when placing the lock. Okay, so pretty easy stuff, very similar to the metal one. Let's apply some of our lovely peanut butter. We'll stick that on there. Maybe give him another blob. Actually, we'll give him plenty because we wanted to have a nice, you know, a nice last meal, so to speak, don't we? There we go. Lovely. Okay, so now we've got to set the trap. Now I could do this in location, but you know it's hard on camera, so I've got to risk life and limb. Pull that back. Now we've got to get the striker bit out of the way. There we are. Look, Pull that back, stick that under there. This is just like a traditional mousetrap really, isn't it? Gotta lift that up. Jeez. Gotta lift that up so that it holds that striker in place. Okay, it's set. I need a ladder. Right, this is not going to be easy. I've got to hold the camera, carry the trap, and climb some steps. Jeez. Okay, right, I've got the steps. Now, where it's going to go is there's the blue roll. I want to put it on top of the beam, just to the left of the blue roll. I reckon we'll see some ratty footprints up here as well. Oh, I need one more. Okay, right. Oh, look, little paw prints. Okay, so we know Mr. Ratty's up here. Hi, Holly. We're going to protect you, don't worry. Okay, so we'll put Mr. Rat Trap just on there, look. In fact, I'd like to put it the other way around because I reckon he goes from here and goes that way. I could be wrong. Right, so it could go off at any second. Got to be super careful with this kind of stuff. If it goes off, it'll give you a bloody heart attack. Right, always keep your fingers on the side away from the bait, just in case it goes off. There we go. Okay, that's that one set. We've got one more of those to do. Oh, this is so much fun. Okay, so now we need some more of this delicious peanut butter. I really like this peanut butter. And I'm sure there'll be some left for me as well, which is good. Because don't forget, Mr. Ratty's not been in the pot, so I can eat that. Oh, look at that. That's a meal and a half just there. Okay. That is a beautiful bait. Okay. Right. Let's set the trap. It says easy trap. And look, it's even got the website. In fact, I think this is a bad idea because they've put their website address on the trap. So what happens if Mr. Ratty's quite clever? He's going to read that, go away, look up the website and see how the trap works so he can eat the bait without setting the trap off. That's bad. You don't want to give that kind of information away on the trap itself. You know, you're giving away trade secret stuff here. That's bad. You're helping the rat. So Mr. Easy Trap, I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't work because you've printed that on there. Okay. Right, here goes. Try not to get... Jeez! That's a hell of a spring. And it needs to be, because ratties are pretty resilient, aren't they? Right, we're going to stick that under there. Jeez, I need to flick that up. What can I flick it up with? Let's use the zip tie. I haven't got a screwdriver. Can I use the other end of this? Probably use the other end of this. Okay, going up. Wow. Okay, let's go find a home for that one. Okay, always hold them at the end away from the bait, just in case. That'd break your finger, wouldn't it, that? Okay, I'm going to slide this one. Mr. Ratty has been spotted in this area here of the workshop. So I'm going to pop that on there very carefully. I reckon that'll work, don't you? I'll give that a go. Okay, back to the bench. What's next? Right, 3 traps set already. We've got the metal one, which is over there on the workbench. We've got a wooden one on top of the 10-ton press. Sorry, 10-ton bending machine, actually. Pipe bender that bends. And we've got another one up on the beam at the back near the blue roll. Now it's time for the number 8, super cheap. This is about $7 rat trap. So let's take a look at the instructions and see what we need to do. Now, I'm all for different camera angles, so hopefully you can still see what's going on. Right, now I'll read this to you, if I can. Rat trap. It's plastic. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not, because rats tend to eat plastic. Controls mice in the home and garden. Mice? But it's a rat trap. Okay, well, we'll supersede that. Controls rats in the home and garden. 1 year warranty. Here we go. So, take out the bait cup. 2, place bait in cup. 3, insert the cup from behind. Always the best way. 4, open the trap, place the trap, fix the trap by chain. So they want us to tie this trap down, and there's a little chain to do that. Okay, here it goes. Right. 1 trap. And I suppose the idea is that Mr Ratty can't run away with your trap and steal it. And then what he'll do is he'll you know, take it apart and understand how it works. Oh man, that spring is crap. Look, I'm a rat. Ow, you've just killed me. Ow, ow. Seriously. I mean, okay, maybe for a mouse, fair enough, but for a rat, there is no way that's going to kill a rat. But, hey, let's put it to the test. Okay, so we've got to take out... Oh, God, you get a little clip. That's just stupid. Seriously. Okay, take out the bait cup. Looks like that's at the back. Ah! Ooh, like a little spatula thing. Okay, so that lends itself very well to peanut butter. So let's just put a slob of peanut butter on there. Maybe a little bit too much, so we'll get rid of that. So there we go. Place the bait in the cup. Done that. Insert the cup from behind. Always the best. And I think that goes in like that. Can you see that? Okay, like that. It just pushes in there. Beautiful. Okay, we've done that bit. Open the trap. Okay, we'll open the trap. Place the trap. Oh, that's it. It just clicks into place. That's nifty. Okay, now all we need to do is put it somewhere. Let me go and find somewhere that I reckon this might have a chance of working. Because let's face it, it needs all the help it can get. I've found somewhere. Okay, here we go. Hopefully it won't go off on me. Caution your hands. Okay. I will caution my hands. I don't think it's going to take fingers off like it says on there, to be honest. Okay, so just zooming you down, we've got rat footprints on that piece of I-beam, spare I-beam down there. So I'm going to stick it on the bottom of this spare secondary pillar drill, just down there, look. Now it's a bit tight because I've got some boxes in the way, but bear with me. There we go. Now I will need to secure the chain, but I'll do that off camera because it looks incredibly fiddly. So I'll probably twizzle it round and put the chain around the bottom of the pillar drill. And if Mr Ratty can drag that pillar drill away from my bench, then hey, he deserves to live, doesn't he? To be fair, because he's a pretty fair rat, if he can do that. Okay, right, that's that one set. I'm just going to twizzle it round later on. Let's head back, and we've got one more to do. Now, I've been looking forward to this. I really have. This is a Newski rat trap. I've never seen one before, never used it, no idea. And it comes with these sort of these use once rings that we've got to try and set. So pretty complicated, but works in a very, very different way to any of the other traps. And it says on the back, guaranteed 100% lethal. Now, this, I think, will either not work at all and be completely useless, or it'll be phenomenal. And I think one of the reasons why is it's a new design. And Mr Ratty will have no idea what it is. He might recognise the other traps. He may have come across them before, or his great-grandfather might have told him, hey, if you see something that looks like this, even though it's got peanut butter on it, stay away. I don't think Grandad will have seen this design of rat's trap, and therefore, far higher chance of Mr Ratty going into the trap thinking, smells nice in there, let's take a look. Oh, I've been got, you know? So let's look at the instructions. It looks pretty complicated. Hopefully I can work it out. Now, with this being such a weird design, we better discuss how it works. And they've put us a little description on the back because, let's face it, not many humans know how this kind of thing works either. So it says, the Newski ring is rolled up to the front set position on the trigger housing. I take it it's the Newski ring is the little green things. Oh, contains 1 dozen rings. Nice. Okay, so we've got to roll the ring up, and it'll show us in the instructions now. So that's attracted by the lure, the rat enters the trap. Okay, there he is going in the trap. The rat lifts the trigger, releasing the ring and killing the rodent within seconds without suffering. That's nice to know. Didn't suffer at all. And thirdly, the rat springs backwards, dying next to the trap. Simply dispose of the rat and reset the trap for the next ratty. I like this. I like it a lot. I really hope it's going to work. Okay, instructions. Baiting. Separate the clear trigger housing from the black safety tunnel. Well, it is on the box. Look, it's separate at the moment. Place the bait in the bait tray. Peanut butter. You see, again, peanut butter. They all like peanut butter. Chocolate, banana, and rice are recommended. Well, we'll use peanut butter. To keep pets safe, do not use meat, fish, or pet food as bait. That would be pretty stupid, wouldn't it? Lock the safety catch. Push the red safety catch forward to prevent misfires when loading. 3. Loading ring. Push the clear housing against a wall or solid object. Roll the ring forward with both forefinger and thumbs to the front edge of the housing. Warning, aim the trap away from your eyes. This sounds dangerous. Setting. Insert the clear housing into the black safety tunnel. Slide forward, ensuring the clear housing clicks into position. Set the safety catch. Once the clear housing is securely locked into the safety tunnel, pull back the red safety catch to arm the trap. Placement. For optimal trapping results and pet safety, place parallel against a wall. Fasten the trap to the floor 6 inches or 150 millimeters from a corner, with the open end facing the corner wall. I haven't got any floor space that's available in this workshop, so that's not going to happen. I'll have to find somewhere else for it. Okay, looks good. Let's give it a go. Right, safety tunnel and plasticky bits. And now we need the rings of death. There we go, look. Okay, keep the instructions out. Okay, let's see how we get on. Hopefully you can see what's going on. This is sort of the camera area, so I've got to remember to stay up that end. Baiting. Separate the clear trigger housing from the black safety tunnel. Done that. Place in the bait tray peanut butter. Bait tray. Where the hell is that? Bait tray. I don't see a bait tray. Oh, there. Oh, that's the bait tray, look. This little thing here. Right, okay. So we need some peanut butter in there. Nice. This is messy, isn't it? Okay, a bit more peanut butter. Okay, so we'll stick some peanut butter in the bait tray. This is your soft, smooth variety peanut butter. It's quite gloopy and runny almost. It's got high viscosity, which is a bit weird for peanut butter. Okay, done that. Lock the safety catch, which is... Okay, this being the safety catch, when it's pulled back like that, this bit can move around and do stuff. There, look, you see how it can move down there? So Ratty comes in. So I'm going to lock that into position by pushing it forwards, and you can see the red bit's gone over the black. The red concave has gone over the black convex and locks it in place. There you go. That was technical, wasn't it? Okay, done that. Loading ring. Push the clear housing against the wall or object. Pull the ring forward. Right, I think the ring has to go right up to the top here, look. So we've got to start down here and end up down here. So it's going to be a bit of a palaver getting the ring up there. Okay, which one's going to be the best? I don't know. Let's try that one. Let's use that one. I reckon that's going to be our lucky ring, or not so lucky for Mr Ratty. Okay, so that has to go over there. Jeez, it reminds me of trying to fit CD boosters, this. Okay, so I'm just going to roll that up. I'm not going to use a wall. I reckon I can do it without a wall. So as you can see, the ring is now expanding. And, oh God. There we go, look, we're doing all right. And that's going to come down here over the little lugs, and it's going to sit, I think, on the end of there, by the looks of it. Now, don't go too far, because it might hurt. Oh, they put a little groove round as well for us. Right. Okay, I think that is the ring set. So we've got it on the end there, look, and all the way around the edge. Okay, done that. That was the hard bit. Setting. Insert the clear housing into the black safety tunnel. Slide forward, ensuring the clear housing clicks into position. Does that go over there? I think it does. I think it does. It goes over there like that, and then it clicks under. There's some little lugs just under here, so you've got to, there we go, click him in. Right, that appears to be how it's supposed to be set. Remember, the ring is just here. Interesting stuff. Okay, done that. Set safety catch. Once the clear housing is securely locked, which it is, into the safety tunnel, pull back the red catch to arm the trap. So remember this little bit we did earlier on. We're going to pull that back, and now the trap is set. Honestly, I can't tell you how much fun this is. I am really looking forward to some excellent results here, and I think it's a really good test. Okay, so the Newski trap system is now fully armed. We can I like the way you can see the bait. That's good. I like that. Mr Ratty, you might be passing by and go, oh, not only can I smell peanut butter, I can see it. And hopefully he'll go down there and find his little ring. Okay, so where the hell is this going to go? I don't want to put it up on the roof or on a beam, because if it gets knocked and it falls down, it could break. And I've got 11 more rats to catch because I've got 11 more rings, and it'd be a waste because this wasn't cheap. So where's it going to go? Let me have a think and I'll come back to you. I've done a peruse of the workshop, and I reckon I've found a perfect place for this to go. Follow me. Right, if we just put that to one side for a second, if you look down here, there's some old shot blasting or sandblasting, and I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but in there are many ratty footprints. You can see maybe right on the edge there, look, little tiny dimples all the way across, and you can see he's been running around here, look. And there's the outside. That's probably where he comes in. Who knows? Probably is one of his little entrances over there. We've got rat poo, so there's definitely ratty action in this area. So I think if we pop that, it's not going to fall very far. We stick that in there like that. I reckon he's going to, I'm going to pop it. Oh, it smells of peanut butter. I'll have a little look in the tunnel. What's down there? Oh, I'll have a look. Scamper, scamper, scamper. Snap. Oh, what's this band around my neck? Ah, that hurts. Oh, I'm going to back out. Oh, I'll just die there. That'll do. So, I think that one is perfectly positioned. If it does fall off, it's not going to fall very far. Perfect. This is going swimmingly well. It really is. So we've got 11 more bands spare. We'll keep those. I'll keep the instructions so I can remember how to do it. Now, we don't need any more peanut butter. So let's get rid of my little device. We'll put the lid back on that. And if I get, maybe I'll have peanut butter sandwiches for lunch. I like peanut butter. And I mean, Ratty's not been anywhere near this. It's quite safe to eat, don't forget. Okay, get rid of that in the bin. Probably find a rat in the bin eating that later on. Now, we also have this stuff. This will kill rats and mice, like it says on there, look. But they tend to go away and die somewhere else. Now, in your house, not a great idea to have a dead mouse or a dead rat somewhere behind a wall that you can't get to, slowly decomposing, because it's going to smell. But in the workshop, it's not really a problem, because I can get to most places. If there's a nasty smell, I can dig him out and chuck him in the bin, or in a bag and in the bin, or down the garden and let the cat eat it. I don't know. So, remember those 4 drawers we first looked at? Now, I've not cleaned them yet, and I'm not going to clean them until I know Mr Ratty is gone, because it's going to be a hell of a job that I don't want to repeat. He obviously is going in there on a regular basis because there's fresh pips from the grapes. So let's pop some of these in each of those drawers. And it's pretty safe in there because Marmite the dog, the shop dog, can't go in those drawers. A, they're off the ground, and B, she's way too big. So it's going to be quite safe, and she won't be able to eat these either. So let's get it opened up. We'll have a little read through what it says, and then we'll get these placed. Here we go. Right, so Kiwi Care, no rats and mice, 1 feed blocks. Professional strength. That means that they're only any good for professional rats, and I reckon we've got some professional rats here, so these are perfect. Okay, you get 15 blocks in this box, and it says keep well away from the kids, which I think is pretty important. Now, ingredients, precautions, first aid, storage, disposal, baiting strategy, that's what we want. Okay. Eliminate as many alternative food sources as possible. Well, the only food sources in this workshop is that particular peanut butter on the other traps. I don't bring food into this workshop unless I'm doing a pie review, and believe me, I eat all the pie, and the wrapper goes in the bin in the house. Human odours may deter rodents. Wear gloves when handling bait. You see? I sort of know what I'm doing, but I've never done this before. Place baits under cover, along walls or rafters, and in dark sheltered areas where there are signs of rodent activity. I think those drawers will be perfect. Right, for rats, use 1 to 3 blocks in Kiwi Care bait stations, 10 metres apart or 5 metres apart for high infestations. Well, we're just going to put them in the drawer. Inspect baits at least every 7 days. For effective control, continue to replace eaten bait until feeding ceases. Once rodent activity has ceased, ensure untaken baits are removed for and safely disposed of. Okay, 1 feed is sufficient to kill a rat or mouse, but they will continue to eat bait. It may take up to 2 weeks to control a significant rodent problem. You know, not for 1 minute did I ever think I'll be doing a video on my YouTube channel on rat bait. Seriously. Ooh, look at that. That looks lovely, doesn't it? Okay, to the drawers. Let's get this bait placed. Smells not bad, actually. Not that I'm going to eat any of it, obviously, but, you know, it does smell nice. Okay, geez, put that down there for now. Let's start with the bottom drawer. Okay, put that on there. Well, he does go in here a little bit, as we saw, so we'll put 1 of those in there. Nice. Okay, let's close that drawer. And the next one. Now, in this one, he has had a poo, so definitely more ratty action going on. So we've got our baits. Now, where's a good place to put it? That's where the fresh seeds were, and that's where he had a poo. So let's put one down here. Oh yes, lovely. And let's put another one down in his toileting area. Lovely. Okay, let's close that drawer. Now the next drawer is the biggie, isn't it? This is where it really is quite disgusting, in all honesty. Let's just get rid of that. Okay, sort that out. Right. So we've got a lot of stuff going on down here. So I reckon we can get probably. And you see that black mark on the box? That's him moving around. When you see black marks on stuff, it's sort of off their fur, because they're disgustingly dirty animals, rats, and they leave all this black residue. You can see it all on the bags. All this is going to go in the bin, you know. It's all just nasty. So we'll get another bait, and we're going to stick one just down there, and hopefully you'll find that one next to the relay, and we'll get another one. Lovely. And we're going to stick another one. Well, let's put it down in there, look, because that's where he keeps all his little bits and pieces. Now, we know this is a high traffic area, so should we stick one down that end as well? There's fresh seeds and stuff down there as well, so that could be his new eating area. So we'll get another one. There we go, look. And we'll stick that down that end. There we go. Coolio. And close the drawer. And I try not to go in those drawers at the moment because A, they're disgusting, but B, I don't want to leave my scent on there too much, otherwise it might put him off. Now, this top drawer, I don't think there's too much evidence. Oh, there's a bit down there. We'll stick one down there, look. How's that? Let's just get another one out. There we go. So we'll stick one on there. That'll work. On there, look. Cool. Ha! Oh, we've still got a few spare for replenishments. Perfect. There's that lid. Keep it safe. Cool. That'll do me. Right. Very important now. We've got lots of rat baity stuff on these gloves, so get your gloves taken off. Get them put in the bin. There we go, look. In the bin. And now we're sort of safe again. I'm going to wash my hands as soon as I finish the video. So we're all set. We've got a... In fact, let's do a quick tour and see where everything is. Hang on. Here we go. Just so you get a good idea of the lay of the land, the battlefield, so to speak, between me and Mr Ratty. Okay, so here we are, middle of the workshop, big bench, and if we start over here, look, we've got one of the easy traps just there, look, fantastic, sat on top of the hydraulic pipe bending machine, and there has been evidence of Mr Ratty moving around this part of the workshop. He was spotted only last weekend by Mrs Mechanic somewhere in that area down there. Moving across, we've got the caution, the number 8 plastic trap, which I think is completely feeble and rubbish. I still have to move that around and put the chain on it. Don't forget, Andy, otherwise Mr Ratty might steal your trap and then develop something against me. Moving down here, well, we already know that in the drawers we've got the bait. Down here we've got the metal trap from England, an English trap with the peanut butter. Back up on that beam, I can't reach any further. There you go, look, that is the other of the wooden traps next to the blue roll, and we know that he frequents the blue roll on a regular basis. Down here we've got the Newski tunnel, I think it's called. So hopefully Mr Ratty will find his way to that one. And I think that's all of them, isn't it? So we've got 2 wooden ones. Yes, that's it. Right, back to the bench. So there you go. This is part 1 of a 2-part mini-series on tracking down Mr Ratty. Oh, and Mr Ratty's family, and friends, and descendants, and relatives, and anybody else in the Ratty family that decides to come into my workshop. So, we've got a number of different types of rat traps here, and we've got some bait. The bait we'll put to one side because we don't know whether that's going to work or not, although we will be able to see if the rats eat it. Over to you now, your turn. Which of the rat traps, that's the metal one from England, the 2 wooden ones, the cheap and nasty, don't want to taint it, but we've got the number 8 trap over there, which didn't seem over strong on the spring, to be fair, and we've got the Newski trap system as well. So which one do you think is going to catch the first Mr Ratty? Okay, as soon as we catch one, I will be doing the follow-up video on this to see how things go. And then moving forward, as time progresses, I'll cover a little bit of this in my various live streams on a Sunday morning, just to give you further updates on how many more of Mr Ratty's family have joined the, well, the dustbin. Okay crew, well hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. Very, very different video to normal. If you did, why not like the video, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff, ring the bell, and that way you won't miss out on the second part, the follow-up. You'll also find me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Feel free to communicate through any of those portals. Now, if you'd like to donate to the channel, support the channel, you can do that through Patreon or directly through PayPal. And the information to do that is down in the description, and there are links on the home page of the Andy Mechanic YouTube channel. In the banner there's some little links along there, so just click on one of those and it'll take you through, and then you can well, you can help support this quest of trying to catch Mr Ratty. Okay guys, well, it's until next time. I will see you back on the channel, well, when I edit the next video. See you around. Cheers. Over and out.
And we get the flip up again.
Oh!